Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order. Welcome to HPANWO TV. I am Ben Emlyn Jones, and today I'm at Heathrow Airport in London, and I've arrived at the Alternative View 2 conference hosted by my friend and fellow researcher Ian Crane. I really recommend you look at some of Ian Crane's work because he's a brilliant speaker, he's a brilliant researcher. If you go to the HPANWO blog and look at the links column, you can find it down there, Ian Crane. And the website is ianrcrane.com. Right. Make sure you put the I in, because if you put just Ian Crane, you get an estate agent in Liverpool. And he's a bit fed up because people keep sending him emails about questions of the New World Order, and he's getting fed up with that. All he wants to know about is house prices and stamp duty, window tax and things like that. So remember, Ian R. Crane. Don't get it wrong. Now, the Alternative View conference is probably the primary conference on the conference circuit this year. It's a bit more expensive than the others, but the reason is because it's so much more sort of spectacular and glossy. And just take a look at the programme. What's really going on? Very, very glossy, very, very professionally and sophisticated brochure here. Program, sophisticated and professionally put together. It says here, to advance the awareness and facilitate discussion of political, scientific and spiritual alternatives without constraint by consensus reality and or received wisdom. Well, that's right up my street, isn't it? Ian says here, we don't promise that AV2 will be life-changing, but we do hope that you will find the experience life-enhancing. Well, I hope people will, indeed. Before we go any further, I think I should apologise for the poor quality of the film. As you can see here, I'm doing what Steven Spielberg does and using my mobile phone camera. Well, he doesn't really, does he? No. The reason is, well, I guess I should say I'm very happy to be here at the Alternative View 2 conference, but I'm fucking pissed off because I've lost my camera chip. This very, 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 very important and expensive item, which I've kept somewhere safe where it won't get lost, has been lost. How it happened, I don't know. I put it somewhere where I knew I wouldn't lose it, and I was wrong. So I'm afraid it's all mobile phone cameras. It's all this mobile phone camera quality films during this entire broadcast, and every broadcast until I get a new camera chip, which will maybe a while because they're quite expensive. When that's done, HPANWO TV will be back to its normal quality when I use my camcorder again. Right, this is, like I say here, there's a lot of really brilliant speakers at this conference. There's Ian himself will be speaking. There's also Dr. Leonard Horowitz, who's a very interesting guy. He's a man who's researching into the bioterrorist agenda. That is that the government are using disease and medication to kill us. In a word, yes, they want to kill us, most of us. In fact, leave only a few people left, and only their kind of people. And that's a big subject, but I do recommend you look at Len Horowitz's stuff on the internet and on Google Video, because it's shocking, but if you think knowledge is horrible, try ignorance. There's other people. There's Andy Thomas. He's a crop circle researcher, but he's now moving off into other areas. So he's a very interesting guy. Dr. Apoplogize is someone similar to Ian. Ian and Len Horowitz, because he's researching GM foods and medication and things. Sadly, Dr. Apoplogize is not well at the moment. He became seriously ill last month and can't speak, and I'm very sorry about that. I'd like to wish him well, and I'm sure all HPANWO TV viewers do as well, that he gets better soon and gets back to whatever vital and important work he was doing. Professor Susan Bardosh is actually his research partner, and she'll be speaking here in his place, and she was going to do her own segment as well, which she's going to do as well. And there's other interesting people. Brian Gerrish is a guy I'm very familiar with because I've looked into a lot of his work. He talks about the evils of common purpose, this agenda to destroy British sovereignty and absorb it into the European Union. He's very interesting, a very brave man doing something, and I think he's very well worth checking out. He's a man with a great sense of mission, and there's who else is there? Adrian Gilbert, who I've seen before. He's Professor David Bellamy. He's a household name in Britain. And when I was a kid, I used to love his programs about wildlife. He is now in serious trouble because he has committed a crime of saying that global warming is not man-made. Of course, the fact that happens to be true is irrelevant because man-made global warming is so important politically that the BBC have ostracised him and demonised him. But he's sticking by his guns. Good old David. He's a very charismatic man, a very, very intelligent man, and deserves everything, all his success, and he'll go down very well, I'm sure. Now then, this conference, I say, is different to many other conferences I've been to. Firstly, it's sophistication, and also there's 3 types of tickets you can buy. You can get a gold ticket, a silver ticket, or a bronze ticket, and the different levels of tickets have different benefits with them. Like I'm a gold ticket holder, so here's my golden ticket. You know, no jokes about Willy Wonka, please. Which means I get to dine with the speakers on Saturday night. I sit in the front few rows of the auditorium, and I get free entrance to all the workshops, things like that. Silver tickets, again, there's benefits, not as many as the gold. Bronze tickets have the fewest benefits. There's part of me that feels a bit uncomfortable with that. I do think that it's not very alternative to have a hierarchy of tickets. To be alternative would be to do away with hierarchies in that sense. I mean, I'm not a socialist. I don't believe in forced equality, as you sometimes see, because that I think is not fair. But you know, this is a conference. You know, this is not human society in general, and it just somehow seems inappropriate to have this ticket status hierarchy. Although, no offence, Ian, you know, that's just a minor detail. So I still would say, come to the conferences, come to all these conferences, and including this one. And it's not going to spoil my enjoyment of the conference. And you know, keep up the good work, Ian. I'm still on your side, mate, and I still respect what you do. So, no offence there. It's just a minor detail that bothers me, you know. So that's really it. I'm going to keep you informed of everything that happens here with live broadcasts. I'll hopefully get interviews with the speakers, maybe. If not, then the delegates and other guests. I've been feeling strange lately, I should mention. I feel uneasy. And it's got nothing to do with the ticket colour coding. This is something different. This is something separate to that. This is something I'm not quite sure how to define. I feel a sense of foreboding and dread, a premonition, if you like. It may just turn out to be in my imagination, and I hope it does. What it is, I don't know. What it means, I don't know. But I can't get rid of this feeling. I can't shake off this feeling. But I'm not going to let it spoil anything. I'm still going to enjoy myself here. In the introduction, Ian says here that he says he can't promise it will be life-changing, but he does hope that he'll find the experience life-enhancing. Well, I think it will be life-changing. I don't know anyone who's been to a conference like this, especially if they've been to many of them, who have not had their lives changed by it. It does change your life in one way or another, and it has me, during the times I've been to Probe and Beyond Knowledge and these other conferences, and it will you if you come here. So bear that in mind when you go to these conferences. Do come along. Do go to other conferences, but don't expect to be the same person when you walk out as when you came in. So, I will let you know and keep you posted. Until then, thanks for watching. This is HPANWO TV, live and exclusive at the Alternative View Conference at Heathrow Airport in London. Hospital Porters Pride and Dignity, stop the New World Order. Thanks for watching.